Welcome to Let's Dish. My name is Bane Brooks, and I'm the mayor of the city of Allen. And I'm here today with Casey Hendricks from Hope's Rescue and Recovery Angels. It's an animal rescue organization. It's exciting to have you here. I had the opportunity to see you work and what you do, and I just want to hear your story. I mean, what motivated you to do what you do?
Well, years ago, I volunteered for another search and rescue nonprofit that the dog was in a car accident and nobody could find her for 5-6 days. The owners were in the hospital. I went out there and volunteered, and within 33 minutes I found her. That feeling of being able to save an animal is, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about that. It was made national news. She had a broken leg, had to have it amputated, but from there I was a board member for that rescue, and over time I saw the need for more trapping specialists, is kind of what people call us, and I decided, you know what, my little girl Hope, who is my Dalmatian, she's my 11-year-old Dalmatian, she gives me that hope every day, and she saved me a long time ago, and now we're helping save other dogs.
Explain, how does your organization work?
So people will contact us through Facebook, call. It's basically word of mouth. We do both lost pets and elusive strays to help those animals out that don't have a voice. We are their voice.
So do you mainly just work with recapturing dogs, or are there other animals that you involve yourself
We do
with?
cats as well. We've consulted for coyotes and bobcats as well. Bobcats are very difficult to capture because they want that live prey. Our equipment is designed for dogs and cats. We've done possums, we've done raccoons that were injured, but in that case we have to have a wildlife expert on hand because they would need to be sedated to get out of the trap. So that's very, very unusual. But we have done a coy dog, which is a hybrid of a coyote and dog. You don't want them crossbreeding like that, because then it dilutes, and then you also have those animals approaching humans, and we don't want that.
Oh, wow. So, during the process, I saw you using different tools, different pieces of food, your cage. But the one thing that I saw you use that was kind of interesting, and had an aggressive smell to it. It was a liquid product that you were just spraying everywhere.
Yeah.
What was that?
That's liquid smoke. Okay. So it is a grilling tool. We buy it by the gallon. We can sprinkle it around the area, around the food. What that does is helps lead them to the food of where we want them to go. They will follow that smell because it is a very strong smell. My kids, when I get home, even know that what I've been doing because of that smell. But then that way we're not dropping food, because if we're making a line of food to the feeding station, once they get to the feeding station, they're full.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to worry about ants during the warmer months. So we use the liquid smoke, and
it was very interesting to watch.
That draws them to it.
I saw you had a helper with you.
Yes.
That used to work here at the city of Allen.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about her.
Miss Carrie Cessna. She doesn't like the limelight. She likes to kind of be in the background of things, but she is my right and left hand, and my right and left leg too. So she keeps an eye on me, so I can keep an eye on the animals and make sure that they are safe. She knows exactly what to do, how I work, how I'm thinking. But our volunteers here in Allen are incredible.
You just spoke about Allen, and what makes Allen a great place for your organization?
We moved here probably about 11 years ago. I've just seen the community come together and the support. The Allen Animal Shelter, the staff there are unmatched. They truly are passionate about what they do. If we do, they give us a call and say, hey, we've been trying to get this dog or cat. We haven't been able to get them. Can you help? And I will pick up the phone anytime Debbie gives me a call, or any of the other ladies and gentlemen. And they are first priority. Allen helped build us. The community helped raise money to buy my very first trap.
Oh, wow.
And it was local neighbors just on Nextdoor. Wasn't on Facebook, but it was on Nextdoor. And people saw the need and how busy I was. You don't think you need us until you do.
Yeah, I get it. So tell me a little bit about your organization in regards to how do you fund it?
So we are a 501c3 nonprofit. We operate solely on donations, grants. We have received a few grants that actually we had my 2010 Honda Odyssey kind of died on us with 186,000 miles. It has saved a lot of lives, but this past June we had to make a change, and finally got a truck to take all the traps and the equipment. And you saw my truck. It was very full.
Very full.
And it stays that way typically because I can get a call. We can get a call at any time.
So when you're capturing a dog, you want him to run for a little bit and get tired? I mean, explain to me.
We want to back off and watch them. We do have equipment such as night vision, thermal. We have live cameras, and those live cameras are cellular, so that's another expense that we have. We also have a storage unit that we have to house all of our traps, because we have just the regular box traps, but then we have traps anywhere from 10 by 12, 4 foot high, all the way up to 10 by 10, 6 foot high. So we've got custom made trigger systems, so I can press a button and the door will close. I can be half a mile away, and so a friend of mine who runs Dalmatian Rescue of Colorado, her husband is an electrical engineer and has customized our equipment for us.
Well, I saw one of the first things that you did was putting up a camera in the tree. So how do you, explain that?
I have an app. It's RealLink, and it is a live camera. I can remote in and pan it from side to side, up and down, so I can follow the dog and see where they're going, where they came from. We just purchased a new one that actually follows the moving object by itself. So I don't have to pan, but it is also about 3 to 4 times larger than the camera that you saw.
Well, I saw you luring that dog in, but you had another dog with you.
Yes.
Explain the process.
So that was Camper. Camper was a stray herself out at Camp Lake Lavon, hence the name Camper. She is 25% lab, Alaskan Malamute, and Great Pyrenees. She's got a couple other breeds in her, but she loves going out searching with me. She has a very calm demeanor.
Very calm.
And she is stuck by my side, and when I tell her, give her the command, she also knows hand signals. I wanted to test with Lily, the Sheltie that you guys were trying to get, if they would be okay together. And I saw that change when I approached her, and Camper came up, and you could just see that sense of, oh, another dog. And that bond between dogs is much stronger, much greater than it is with human and dog. So oftentimes I will use them as what we call a magnet dog and help calm the other dog so we can approach them. Camper and I led her over to the trap and just sat there calmly and let her dance around. And you got to see that little dance around us, trying to discover what was going on. And she probably smelled the liquid smoke too.
Yeah, I saw your dog just real calm walking, just calm walking, and then is it a she? She went over to the cage, kind of close to the cage, and just sat and watched you do your thing. One of the most impressive things I saw, though, was you got in the cage with Lily. Tell me that approach.
I needed to calm her down, check her out, make sure that she was okay, because if we needed to make that decision to rush her to the emergency room, we could. I spent some time with her in there because she did have one of those briar barbs on her, and I was trying to cut that out before we got her out of there. So nobody would get hurt if, when we're trying to put her into a kennel. But she was very calm. Not every dog's going to be that way.
Yeah, because I'm like, she's getting into a cage with a dog that she doesn't know. And this dog has been running for 2 days. The dog ran for 2 days. I saw the dog run, and the dog was fast. And you get in a cage with a dog that you don't know, and the dog was just so receptive to what you were doing.
Dogs can tell if you are nervous or not. They can sense your heartbeat and if it goes up. Mine goes down when I'm with a dog. That a lot of people's hearts will race. Mine calms. I get focused and know exactly what I need to do and watch their behavior. Are the ears back? Are they forward? Are they looking at me whale-eyed? Those are things that we commonly look at. You'll also notice that we sat there just for a little bit with it closed to give her decompression time. That, okay, we're not going to hurt her. And having Camper there was also calming for her. Nothing was happening to Camper, so therefore she was going to be okay.
Through the process, my neighbor who was involved with one of their dog, the Vogels, just a sense of relief when you got the dog. I mean, because she was feeling so bad. They just rescued the dog, and they were taking it out of the car, and the dog just shot off. And Lisa felt so bad. She was just, and her husband finally came out, because I think he was working at the time, and he goes, "You need a hug."
Aww.
And he just loved on his wife. And it was just a great moment to be there and be a part of that. But just what you and your partner, what y'all did, really brought a sense of just love. I mean, everybody was on the same team. We all were looking for this dog. And but the dog, you just did a great job. So with that said, as we close, what do you want Allen, the folks at Allen, to really, really know about your organization?
That we're here for you guys. We respond all over North Texas, but that we are here to help educate about dog behavior, about how to help secure your pet. People don't know about us unless they need us.
So how do people find you?
We have a website, www.hopesrescueangels.org. We also have our Facebook page and Instagram page. They can also contact me. My cell phone number is listed on our website.
Well, we love your story. Thank you for taking the time to come just share about your organization. And I would just encourage all those, especially here in Allen, and those who get a chance to see this, support your organization. Write a check, because it's a nonprofit, and the work that you do is really, really good. And I had a chance to see it firsthand. So thank you very much for being a part of this today.
It was a pleasure. Thank you for inviting us and telling our story and some of the amazing things that we get to see and be a part of.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.